say that timing in Vedic astrology is difficult or it's not right. For example, if we want to see in which period of time I can get the maximum professional success, we may get the correct answer for 50% of cases. But what with the other charts? So my question would be, did you try to use the variation dasha? So today we will appreciate how to get the correct timing for the professional success using the variation dasha. I've just come yesterday to Berlin. I was visiting my family in Poland, and at Saturday we started the Vedic astrology course for the Polish group. It went really nice. We had the first lesson of philosophical introduction. I have the first lectures, 5 hours a day, introduction to this philosophical basis of Vedic astrology or Jyotisha. So this is all about Vedic astrology on this channel, and this tradition has many distinctive features. For example, it is using the sidereal zodiac. We are using the dashas, which is the special timing system based on the fact which planet is active at a particular point of time. We have the yogas, which are the specialized relationship between the planets, which are giving a very specific results, and they have their names and they belong to some categories, to some groups. And we have other levels of chart reading like Aruda and Varnana to get more information about the specific dynamics and patterns of karma and fate in our life. We have also the additional dedicated charts to areas of life like relationship, academics, children, parents, our health, spirituality, wealth, and so on. And the remedies, we have the mantra, tantra, and yantra. We are giving the gems, the colors, but most important, the essential feature to change the karma, which is the specific mantra, which is either blocking bad combinations or emphasizing the good parts of the chart. So dashas and transits are a means to predict what will be going on in our life and what has already happened. So essentially this shows which planet and sign will be activated at the particular point of time, and then by analyzing the sign and these planets we can derive the meaning, and based on that we can know what will happen for us or our dear ones. So there are different types of dasha because they are showing different perspective. We can look at our life based on various contexts. For example, Vimshotri will show our mind and the people around us. The Narayana Dasha will show more about the fate, about the remedies. Shula Dasha will show the health and demise. And the dashas can be divided into the planetary and the sign dasha, depending what is the focal point and how the calculation is going on. And in the planet, we also have something which is the Udu Dasha. They are based on the nakshatra placement. There are other planetary dashas, like for example, very famous one, which is in Brihad Jataka and Sharavali, the Naisargika Dasha. So in that system we have 9 dasha, the major periods, and each of this is divided into further 9 sub-periods and into further sub-periods. So this is enabling us to get more accurate timings, sometimes up to a few months. These periods have various length, like for example Sun is 6 years, the moon is the 10 years, and they are also following the specific order based on the nakshatras, or in fact it's the other way, the nakshatra lordship is based on the dasha. But nevertheless, these two systems are overlapping and they are showing the order, how the planets are going one by one. For example, if we are in the Ketu is first one because it's Ashvini. The next dasha will be of Venus, because after Ashvini we have Bharani nakshatra, and Bharani nakshatra is lorded by Venus, and then we have Kritika lorded by Sun. So after Venus dasha, after Venus period, we'll have the Sun period. So this is the order of a dasha is related to the nakshatra order. Now there is something which is called the variation dasha. This was introduced by Pandit Sanjay Rath to our school, and this is showing the response to certain events, and this response is very specific based on our subjective or individual makeup. This can be analyzed by the moon position in the chart. So if you don't have moon in the Kendra or Trikona, your response may not be so default. It's like you are going at a quite own specific path, and your decisions, your reaction, your response is also half of the picture. It's very important, and this will be reflected by the variation dasha. So having these two systems can be confusing at beginning, but when we understand what these two are showing, then this knowledge can work for us and not against us. So it's interesting because it takes both nature and nurture. It is showing the external event and our reactions, so we can categorize this in such a way. And then this is the root, the karma, the cause, which is the general cause for both nurture and nature. To learn more about this, you can watch my video about Chidra Dasha here, or you can go to Pandit Sanjay Rath video about the same. So this is the chart of person with whom I have a reading today. We already had one video about this person, so you can go to this at the end of this video. But this person is working as a scientist in California, and he is working with the research and medicine. But I have decided to record one again because in 2022 this person had a lot of success. And of course, immediately I was very curious, what was the period, what was the dasha, we say, when the person got so much success. And he has a moon in 8, like in my chart, so also some personal curiosity was in place here. So when moon is in 8, we need to use something which is called Adana Vimshotri. So the Adana is a special variation of Vimshotri. So if you have moon in 8 or 12, you may get better results, or you will get better results when you will be using Adana Vimshotri. So this is total game changer, because now the whole structure of your timing will be different. Other planets will show what's going on in your life, because you are going by your own individual path, you are making your own choices, so therefore you also have a big impact where your life is going. So the whole year 2022, when person get awards, he was recognized and he also got the grant, it was all in Moon Jupiter. So we'll be focusing on the Jupiter in this video. So we see that person has left his birth country and went to California. So most likely Aruda lagna in a Leo will show what's going on. And we have the Sun, which is loading the Leo, with Jupiter, which shows person is working in the academia. 11 from Aruda lagna would be Moon and Mercury, which is showing he is working in the academia, but is getting money from medical sector, because it's Moon Mercury, or things related to medicine. And this is all research, because also the Rahu, which has the Shubha Yoga and also is in the sign of the Moon, Taurus, is the Rahu is showing the research, especially here in the 7th house, where the Rahu is gaining that directional strength. So we are talking about the Aruda lagna. This is also very unique feature of our school. We are using a lot of this level of Aruda, and is showing basically our place in society, and the calculation is based on the ascendant lord, so the mirror principle is at play here. When the lagna lord is in 2nd, then we are counting 2nd from 2nd, so the Aruda will jump to 3rd house. If the lagna lord is in the 3rd, we are counting 3rd from the 3rd, and the Aruda will jump to the 5th house. There are of course some exceptions. If you want to get the whole mystery of the Aruda calculation, you may want to watch this video here. So this is very useful and handy principle, because this is enabling us to categorize the things, and by excluding other options we may get much clearer picture of what's going in the chart. For example, if you want to work in art sector or doing anything with art, Mercury and Venus would be good to have some influence on Aruda lagna. If you want to work in government, then it's more Sun. If you want to work more in technical engineering sector, it's more about the Mars. So this is all about Devi blessings, and this is very much the lunar concept in the chart. It shows how we build ourselves in society, and also how we are perceived by others, to which category we belong. And we can find this principle and also the calculation in both Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra and the Jaimini Upadesha Sutra. And if that is not your first video on this channel, you already know that the timing is very much related to 10th house from the moon. It's Rasi or Navamsa dispositor. So in this case we have moon in Gemini, 10th lord from moon would be Jupiter, therefore in the dasha of Jupiter this all has happened. So the 10th house from the moon got activated in that time. And 10 from moon has at least threefold function. It shows who is giving us the job and when we will get this opportunity. So it's our food, it's our income we get through and in the society. And here we have both external and internal part of the moon, which is the society and also our mind. So if it's in the Marana Karakastana, you may feel like you are almost dying when going to work, when you're 10th lord from the moon is in such placement. So this point is very important, and it's accentuated by many shastras like Brihad Jataka, Sharavali, Jataka Parijata. For example, if the lord is in a movable sign, or if the Mars, as the Sharavali is saying, then you may find your fortune abroad. This place will support you more when it comes to the career life success. If it's fixed, then it may be in own country, in the same place. If it's dual, somewhere in between. And of course, in the context of timing, the dasha will be very important time for your work, like we see in this case. Okay guys, if you like this video so far, we have around 2 videos coming. Every week we have the questions and answer sessions, examples, the Jyotisha commentary to many things, and also we are analyzing the important charts and also the client chart. So if you are looking for a place to grow in that area of Vedic astrology, then this is definitely the channel where you want to be. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure to turn all notification on. And now let's go back to this video. So we see Jupiter is a 10th lord from the moon, but is also 10th house in the chart of work, the Shamsa. So this is the specifically professional chart. It is created by dividing the sign into the 10 parts. And based on this chart, we can get information if we'll be successful as an employee, or it's better for us to be more freelancer or creating own business. We can also forecast the dynamics of our career, for example, the time of changing job or being fired or retired, or getting a new job or promotions, like for example 5th house in the Shamsa will be saying those. And for definitions of job, we are looking at 2nd, 6th and 10 in the Dashamsa. And as VSTG explained, the Dashamsa shows the variation of the main job, which is shown in the Rashi. So for example, you may get information that you are the engineer based on the Mars in the Aruda lagna in the Rashi, but now the Dashamsa will tell what type of engineer that will be. 11 from Aruda lagna, and shows the gains, but it's also a good point to analyze our target group. You can be in one sector and you can get income from totally different category of people in context of profession. We can also read about 11 from Aruda lagna from many ancient Vedic texts like Brihad Parashara, Hora Shastra, when it is said that, for example, if you have malefic in that point, then you may get money from some of illegal means. We also say that if there is some problematic combination like Saturn or debilitation, the person may get income from troubles, people in troubles, or some challenging situation, challenging cases. So that can be big value information if you want to decide, for example, between the 2 options of career life and so on. So also in the context of Lordship Raja Yoga, we have here Sun, which is the 10th lord in the 2nd house. This is the Simhasana Yoga, when person is leading or is an expert in some field. Very important yogas. But what's even more important, also joining the 5th lord of knowledge, also related to the 2nd house of medicines. So we have this Raja Yoga of Simhasana, 10th lord and 2nd, and also 10th lord with the 5th lord Kendra, 1st, 4th, 7th and 10th. If joining the Trikona 5th and 9th, then it is showing the situation in which the foundation is meeting the fortune, or the resources are bringing or going in that line to success. So therefore it is bringing the influence, the fame, the status, and so on. And that all was activated in that Moon and Jupiter dasha. It's gonna be it from me. I hope you get some new insights in that video, and this will make you better in interpreting the Vedic chart. I hope you found this interesting and informative. If you do, please don't forget to click the thumbs up. Also subscribe if you'd like to be notified about similar videos in the future. If you have any questions or comments, please write down below. Thanks for watching till the end and being here with me on this channel. And if you'd like to learn more about this chart, because as said, we were analyzing it already in the other video, then please consider watching this one.